Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Good morning, freaks and geeks. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully everybody's doing well. You had the same Yeah, you had the same issue. Yeah, whatever. We'll find out what the story is, but um, we'll find out what it is. But let's get this stream started with our normal beginning.
Well, I was born and raised in Scranton, PA. Lifeguard by the pool's where I spent my days. Till a dude named Corn Pop, who wasn't that cool, started making trouble at the swimming pool. So I took a chain, wrapped it around my legs. They're hairier than my other legs. Not my... black kids would touch them. Come on, man. Then I got on a train and moved to D.C. Barack Obama gave a job to me. I shuffled around and sucked fingertips. Made a big speech, kissed a boy on the lips. What are you looking at? I wrote the damn bill. I hold the ladies tight and sniff all their hairs. First
Good morning, guys.
American to fall up the stairs. Ran for president. I was a winner. Winner was me. Now I sit at my desk as a president. Not you know. Well, I was born and raised in Scranton, PA. Lifeguard by the pool's where I spent my days. Till a dude named Corn Pop, who wasn't that cool, started making trouble at the swimming pool. So I took a chain, wrapped it around my legs. They're hairier than my other legs. Not my... black kids would touch them. Come on, man. Then I got on a train and moved to D.C. Barack Obama gave a job to me. I shuffled around and sucked fingertips. Made a big speech, kissed a boy on the lips. What are you looking at?
What are you looking at? I wrote the damn bill.
I hold the ladies tight, I sniff all their hairs. First person American to fall up the stairs. Ran for president. I was a winner. Winner was me. Now I sit at my desk.
Okay, that's our start. So, Rick, first of all, no one is responsible for recovering your lost equity except for you. So if you've lost your equity, that's your fault. That's nobody's fault but your own. You probably should learn how to read the charts. Secondly, gold signal, please. Yeah, anyway. If you lost your equity, that's probably your fault for following idiots. It's not our responsibility for you to gain your equity back. That's not the purpose of what we do here. It's not our job to do that. You need to do that for yourself. That's called being self-reliant on you. We can take trades in here, but if you're losing money, that's your fault. So you need to learn how to read a chart. You need to learn how to read a chart, and if you're taking trades, then and following idiots, then that's your fault. That's nobody's fault but your own. So we're just going to check this morning again on the social trading thing on the Savage broker. We all know what's going on. Two more friends of mine have said the same thing, that they're totally siphoning the account. Look, it's active still. We all know what's going on. It's subscribed again, right? You guys can see that on there. Even though, how many times did we do multiple unsubscribes from there yesterday? And all of these deleted, me trying to get my money out. So we all know what's going on. We all know what's going on there. We don't need to focus on that today. We don't need to focus on it. We know that it's a scam. We know that Daniel Savage and JP Savage are busy buying new cars and busy buying this stuff with the money they're taking from people. We know it's a scam. That's the bottom line. Gave them multiple opportunities to respond to me. I've given them multiple opportunities to respond to me. They haven't. So they're just going to get the treatment. So if they want to prove that I'm wrong, I will admit it and I'll apologize. And because they were always super nice to me when I was dealing with them. But when it comes down to money, it's, it gets serious. And so we'll see. But I'm gonna shine light on it. I'm going to shine the sunlight on it and see if that kind of shame gets them to do the right thing. But we'll make sure. We'll make sure. But this, it's amazing to me. If you look at all this, the trading report, ever since they took over the trading has sucked. My intraday time frame chart, I take all of my trades usually on the 1 hour time frame. But if you look at all these trades, I didn't. The last trade I took was in December. Again, we were talking about yesterday, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this today. But if you look at that, the last trades I took were gold trades, and they were the ones that made a bunch of money and what made this account what it is today. Excuse me, guys. If you look at those three, those were my 3 gold trades from back in December of 2021 at 1782 that were taken out at 2061. So those were the last trades I took on that account. They how do you say it? They restricted access to this account, even though I was the one that was supposed to be trading it. They restricted access to the account, and ever since these trades, these are all JP Savage trades right here. All those losses right there above those 3 wins, those are all JP Savage trades. And if you want to go to page number 1, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses there. And if you want to come here, all these losses are JP Savage losses. He's the one that's trading the account now. Don't let anyone fool you. I know who's trading the account just based on what pair they're trading and the lot size. I know who's trading this account. Their trading sucks. And mine wasn't great to begin with on when we started that account, but their trading sucks. And I've tried to get my money out of the account. I've tried to close that account several times, and it's not letting me close it. And my buddy is experiencing the same thing. They're not letting him close that account either. So it is what it is at this point. It's almost $2,000 again is nothing to shake a stick at. It's not a ton of money, and I don't need the money. But $2,000 is nothing to shake a stick at, right? I mean, let's be honest. That's a decent little chunk of change. I mean, I don't need it. I don't care. It's not going to make or break me, but it's a decent chunk of change, and they're just siphoning that money away, and it's pretty pathetic. We got 4 more minutes left in this candle. We might have a couple opportunities come. So when these opportunities come, we'll take the trades. If these opportunities present themselves here in 4 minutes, we will definitely be taking those trades. It looks like oil could give us a trade in the US 30. So if these things present itself here in 4 minutes, we will take the trade. I don't know if Sir Grand Theft Auto is here. We got Gah here today as the moderator. And Gah, if you see people just being dumbasses, just fire their ass, would you please? I'm not going to do this today. I'm not going to be on here a long time. But if you see people being dumbasses, making dumbass comments, just fire their ass. Okay, zero tolerance for stupidity and for fucking morons today. Okay, it's the end of the week. We've done a ton of stuff this week. I think we're like 33 for 36 on live stream trades. I'm going to Hawaii on Monday, Andres. So I'm going to Hawaii on Monday. I didn't think I was going to stream today, but I'm going to Hawaii on Monday. So I still got a couple more days before I head out, but we got to start getting ready. He's saying it's probably not in that broker. I agree with you. It's probably just fake shit, right? It's probably just fake shit. I guarantee it's probably in those. I mean, look at the stories about them buying new S-Class Mercedes and all these fancy cars, which don't mean shit. I mean, look at it all. It's going into their pockets so that they can buy these fancy cars and be social media influencers. That's what it is, because they know they can't fucking trade. You know what? And the crazy part about it is I showed you all the trades they've taken in this account of mine. But you go to their Instagram page, and on their Instagram page it says they're 7 for 7 this week. You know, JP on his Instagram thing is saying he's 7 for 7 this week. Well, that's really weird, because when you have to trade and it's shown when it shows you trading live. No, I don't think Daniel was. I think Daniel was being okay. But anyway, when it says they have to trade live, I mean, he says he's 7 for 7 this week. Look at this right there. Win streak 6.0 this week. That was 23 hours ago. Really? You have a win streak of 6-0, and then it's going to go to 7-0. That's what they're telling on their stories, and they're buying fancy cars so they can be social media influencers. That's really weird because when you look at the trades you've taken in this account that you took over, you've done nothing but fucking lose the whole week. You've done nothing but fucking lose the whole week. Nothing but fucking lose for the whole week. All right, let's go look at the GJ. So it's hilarious to me. The GJ is very possible. Very, very possible. Yeah, it has a little bit of a tail at the bottom. Let's see what happens here in 1 minute. But it's possible. It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. And then let's look at any of the other ones. None of the other ones. Well, oil looks like it could be, but that's not there yet. The GJ is very possible. I think we'll take the GJ if it gives us the signal. And it's that is pretty close to the signal, and I think that's good enough, probably good enough. So we'll take that one. On the GJ, we're going to take that trade. Our stop losses, I want to be above the swing high at 153.39 at least. So we're going to go to 153.95 to begin with. I think we're going to go 100 points to begin with, but we're going to move our stops pretty quickly. Once and if we get in profit. And if we don't get in profit, that's okay. Like we said, losses are a part of the game. Losses happen. Anyone who tells you they don't lose is full of shit. But I think we'll take that trade right now, and then we'll see what happens. That was the pattern. So thank you for spotting that. Whoever spotted that, good job. Kings to you. Kings to you on that. So good job for spotting that. Some of these trades were taken before we got into the stream, so those don't count on your official tally. But the GJ will be the first trade of the official tally for today. We've been kicking ass. Got to go to that other stream, Forex Aaliyah stream, where a lot of you guys came from. Got to go to that stream and make sure they know to get their asses in here because we have a way better stream. So, anyways, don't trade at FX Live Capital. Don't trust them unless they can prove to us that they aren't doing what we think they're doing. The Savage Gang. Don't ever go in. Don't ever trade on their broker. So don't ever trade on their broker. Okay. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it. That, like I said, they were good to me. They were good to me to begin with, and I have no beefs with them. I don't really care. I don't have any animosity at all. I just know that I wouldn't trust them with $5 at this point. And if it was just happening to me, I understand. But I'm hearing story after story after story that it's happening to everybody. So you hate that advertisement. So it's just sad that it's happening. What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. It's Friday. Um, by in another hour and a half, 2 hours, I definitely don't want to open up any new trades. Um, so we got a couple hours. We can do this. Daniel, yeah, you're cool, bro. Don't worry about it. But we got a couple hours to take trades. After that, I don't think we're going to worry about it. I think the moderator, I think it was a mistake, so I apologize for that. I mean, I'm not going to hunt anybody down. I really don't care. Like I said, I'm going to Hawaii next week, and then I'm home for 2 weeks. Then I go to Alaska for 2 weeks. I'm not hunting anybody down. I'm going to be hunting some steelhead down when I go steelhead fishing in Alaska in 4 weeks. I'm going to be hunting stuff down when I go to Hawaii next week. But um, Biden's speaking right now. No one fucking cares if Biden's speaking. The guy can't even form coherent sentences. Nobody fucking cares if Biden's speaking. Nobody pays attention to that ass clown. I'm new here. How do we know when to get out? Well, we don't get out. We let the markets once we get up 20 to 30 pips on this. If we are fortunate enough to get up 20 or 30 pips, we'll place our stops at break even, and then we do what we call scaling sliding stops. So once we get up 20 to 30 pips, we'll move our stops to break even if we're fortunate enough to get there, and then if we get up 50 to 60 pips, we'll move it up to plus 10 or plus 20, and we'll keep moving it down. No, I don't respect our president at all. I'm doing good, Peter. How are you doing? No, I don't respect him at all. I mean, when Trump was president for 4 years, all the liberals used to say, "Not my president, not my president." So I guess I get to say the same thing, right? Turnabout's fair play. He's not my president. The guy's a fucking moron. So I'm sorry to say, but he's a fucking moron. He can't even form coherent sentences. He's a fucking moron, and the world knows he's weak. The world knows he's a pussy. So he's a fucking moron. Yeah, he's an unbelievable fucking clown, and it's an embarrassment. Yeah, how do you fall up the stairs? Yes, gold and silver should be the same movement. I don't use the auto trailing stop. No, I don't use that. I just once I get up 20 or 30 points, like I said, I'm gonna place my stops at break even, and then once I get up 40 to 50 pips, I'll move it again, and then I let the market take me out. If that makes sense, it should make sense. Everyone in here that's been in here for a while, they know how we do things in here. Yeah, falling up the stairs. I don't know how that's even possible to fall up the stairs, but I call him quid pro quo dementia China Joe. Quid pro quo dementia China Joe somehow found a way to fall up the stairs. So good on him. Doesn't bother me that the world doesn't respect him. The world's smart. The world knows he's a dumbass. So doesn't bother me one bit. Enough to you're probably right. I don't know. I don't drink. I haven't had a sip of alcohol in my life, so I don't know. I've never had one sip of alcohol in my life or smoked a cigarette in my life, so I wouldn't know. But I can imagine. I mean, I have buddies that drink and smoke, and I can imagine. Yeah, I've had to pick them up off the ground. I can imagine if you have enough tequila or anything, you could probably do anything. Absolutely prefer Trump over Biden. Absolutely, because none of this was happening under Trump. Vladimir Putin wouldn't have done this if Trump were still the president. Trump said to him, "You better not do this, or I'm going to bomb you back into the Stone Age." That's what he told Trump. That's what he told Putin. but Biden's too big of a pussy to do it. Trump told Putin, if you go into Ukraine, I'm going to bomb you into the Stone Age. That's what he said. And Putin wasn't going to do anything. You had Israel and Palestine. They didn't fight each other at all. They didn't fight each other at all when Trump was president. You didn't have China going after Taiwan. Right? You're talking about the Asia area. You didn't have China going after Taiwan when Trump was president because they knew that he would fuck them up. They all knew that Trump would fuck them up. They know that Biden's a pussy. They know that Biden won't do a damn thing. They knew Trump would fuck them up if they did something to mess with things. They knew that. Trump would have fucked them up. Yeah, no, I mean, I have my vices too, right? I mean, I gamble like a mad fool. I think it was in 2010, I lost over $250,000 gambling in Vegas. I mean, I have my vices too, but alcohol and cigarettes has never been one of them. But I think I probably lost about 250 grand playing poker in Vegas in 2010 and 2011. I mean, I lost a shitload of money. I was trading back in that day still. I was on these charts just like I am now, and I would spend a week in Vegas and I'd be trading the charts upstairs in my room, and I'd go downstairs and play poker all day. Yeah, no limit hold'em. I'd take like 20 grand down to the poker table and play at the big boy table. And I lost probably about 250 grand. Yeah, I mean, again, NATO's no threat to Russia, and Russia's a member of NATO. NATO's no threat to Russia. Vladimir Putin's just a tyrant, just like Justin Trudeau. Vladimir Putin is just he's just a tyrant. He's just a tyrant. That's all there is to it. He's a fucking tyrant. Someone ought to take him out. See, if it were me and I was running the United States, I would have a special forces team go and take out Vladimir Putin. You know the U.S. has the capabilities to do that. If I were the United States and I was in charge of the United States, I'd have SEAL Team 6 or whatever it is, some special ops group, go in there and take out Putin and assassinate him. That's what I would do. I don't care. People are like, you can't do that. The fuck we can't. You assassinate Putin, this thing's over. The guy's a tyrant. All right, looks like we might have a gold trade possible coming up here in a few minutes. And if we get that gold trade, we'll take the damn thing. We'll just take it, right? That's what we do. Okay, so you have the gold trade. It's possible. Yeah, do a Bin Laden. I mean, America is still... Oh, on the 1 hour. Well, we'll check that once we get close. We can check it now, and we'll do it closer to the. Yeah, that 1 hour is looking beautiful. The United States, for all its flaws, I love living in this country, but the United States, for all its flaws, still has the baddest motherfucking military in the world, and it's not even close. Like, there's not a close second to the military power of the United States, and we could pull that off. We could absolutely pull it off and send some sniper team in there and go get Vladimir Putin. It wouldn't be hard. It really wouldn't be hard. But we're too big of cowards to do it. That's the bottom line, man. That's the bottom line. Send SEAL Team 6 in there. Send those bad boys. I have so much respect for everyone, no matter what country it is, but I have so much respect for everybody that serves in the military. So if you served in the military, hats off to you. I don't know if it would cause nuclear war. I'm not sure on that. You could propaganda that bad boy and say it was someone in Russia that did it. Someone in Russia offed him because they were upset. Some oligarch in Russia took him down, which actually should be what happens. But something's got to happen. I haven't even checked the news this morning. Let's check the news. I don't even know if I want to know what the news is. And here's the thing. What did Jesse Smollett? What kind of sentence did Juicy get? 30 months, 2.5 years. Good. He deserves every fucking minute of it. Lying about hate crimes. Hate crimes are real. Hate crimes are real for sure, but Jesse Smollett's a schmuck, so he deserves every fucking second of what he's getting in jail. So good for them. I watch the news because I think it's fascinating. I really could care less about it for trading wise. I don't really care, but I watch the news because I feel it's kind of fascinating. But we got 1 minute left in this candle, and it doesn't look like we have anything. Gold, I'm not going to do that. That body is a little bit longer, so we're gonna have to wait for the next 15-minute candle, and that will also be the 1 hour candle close. So we're going to switch this up to the 1 hour candle. 1 hour candle. The nice thing about trading this way too, guys, is if you don't get a trade, right, especially if you're trading the 1 hour chart, how I would usually do it if I weren't streaming, and I would just turn off my charts, right, or get away from my charts and just come back at the next hour. That's how I would usually do it. We're streaming, so I'm doing it based off the 15-minute chart. So I'm gonna take a break just for a second, guys, and go get a drink and stuff. And but stay here. I'll chat. I'm just gonna go get a drink real quick. But the nice thing about, like I said, doing it this way is if you don't get a trade on the 1 hour chart, you just walk away for an hour. Okay. Yeah, US 30 is absolutely a potential buy. US 30 is absolutely a potential buy here in 12 minutes. So we'll see what happens. The pound yen is going against us. It went for us for a little bit. Now it's going against us. That's okay. We'll hold that trade in there. We're not scared of a little drawdown. We're not no FOMO homo pussies, right? We're not no FOMO homo pussies. Yeah. Excuse me. I like going into that chat room and bothering them. See, but Daniel, and I understand what you're saying, but why would you wait till 33,518? Why would you wait till it's already gone up, way up? I don't understand. I'm not trying to knock anybody. Please don't take this the wrong way. But why would you wait till that? Why would you wait? This candle right here, if we get this candle and this candle stays the way it is on the 1 hour, that is a perfect buy candle for me. This is a perfect buy candle for me. Right, but what I'm so we're gonna do this while we wait for this. I'm just gonna circle every time the US 30. The US 30 has either a tail or a wick longer than the body of the candle with very little tail. Probably shouldn't circle that. I'm gonna okay. Very little tail. And if you just circle every time you have this pattern, you're gonna win about 80 to 85% of the time, okay? Circle it every time you have either a tail or wick longer than the body with very little tail to no tail, and you're going to win the majority of the time. So we have several different examples there. Yeah, that's fine. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 examples there. Oh, half of it's missing. Well, you can see the ones. Actually, you can see all of them, right? It doesn't matter because all we're doing is we're talking about the circles right now. So you enter at the opening of the next 1 hour candle. So on this one right here, the beginning one, the first one, I'll label it number 1 right here, right? Number 1. You get in at the opening of the next. There's number 2, number 3. So you can see all of them here without the chart adjustment. So we'll leave the chart the way it is. Okay, you have 8 examples of it there. Number 1, you would have gotten in at the opening of the candle, which was 32,969. And once you're up 50 pips, you move your stop to break even. Oh, actually, there's another one right there, and you would have lost. Let's make sure we're being completely transparent on that. So that will be, we'll just label that number 9. Okay. But on number 1, you get in there and once you're up 50 pips or 50 points, however the hell you want to call it, doesn't really matter to me. You move your stops to break even. Once you get up 60 to 80 pips, you move your stops to profit. On this particular one, before it started moving down, you would have made a high of 33,439. So you would have had almost 500 points between the start of that number 1 and the end. Would you have enough to make money on that one? Yeah. If you're up 500 points, your stops better be at plus 250 or plus 300 at that point. Okay, so number 1, you definitely win. We'll look at number 9. Number 9 looks like a loss, but we want to make sure if we get to at least 50 points, then it's considered to me a win or a break even. So you would have gotten in right here, right around there at 33,115, and you would have, did it ever get to 50 even though it was really small? Yeah, you did. So you got to 60 points on that. So you should have had at least plus 20 on number 9. So you win on number 9. Number 9 is the one that we added, right? You got to at least 60 points on number 9 before it took you out. Okay. Number 2, you definitely got enough on number 2. Number 2 is this one right here. You would have entered right here at 33,351. and it made a high of 34. So you had 100 points on that one. So you win on all three of these. You win on, let's just label them. You win this one. You win the number 9 one. You win this one. Number 3, you lose. Number 3, you just flat out lose. Number 4, you win. Number 5, you win. Number 6, you win. Number 7, you win. And number 8 is still pending, right? So of the 7 examples, you went 6 for 7 on those 7 examples of a tail or a wick longer than the body of the candle. What's the winning percentage? 6 out of 7? I don't know. We'll figure it out right here. 6 divided by 7, what's the winning percentage? 85%. So you would have been 85% accurate, just like I'm saying. And it works on any time frame. It works on any pair. This example right here is a perfect example. The one that's forming right now that's going to close in 6 minutes is a perfect example of the candle. Now, so the question is, if you know you're going to be right 80 to 85% of the time, no matter what time frame, no matter what pair, crypto, whatever it is, if you know you're going to be right 80 to 85% of the time, do you take the trade? I know most of you guys have been in here and I ask this question all the time. You know what the answer is. But for those of you who have not been in my stream before, if you know you're going to be right on a trade 80 to 85% of the time, do you take the damn trade? Do you take the damn trade? Yes or no? If you know you're going to be right 80 to 85% of the time, do you take the damn trade? Of course you do. At that point, you're just a robot, right? It doesn't matter. No emotions, no nothing. You take the damn trade because that's what the numbers say. And that's what K1 is saying right there. The 8th candle. Well, let's see. The 8th one from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's possible. Yeah, that could be another one. And if I didn't choose that one, then that's fine. That would have won too. It's got a tiny one, and you have to decide. That's to me probably a tiny enough one to be okay. But that one's a kind of a judgment call, and you've got to decide that. But it can have a tiny wick at the top or a tiny tail at the bottom. I don't really care, but you have to decide that. That's up to you to decide. So. Yeah, but Daniel, but again, like I said, Daniel, if you know that it's going to be right 80 to 85% of the time, why wait? And your stop loss has to be below the low of the tail, right? So if we get into this trade now, your stop loss has to be below the low of the tail. But so what I'm saying, Daniel, is why wait for it? If you know that that pattern is going to be right 80 to 85% of the time, why wait? Why wait for it to go? What you're doing is you're waiting to see if it breaks above, and I understand that. But if you know the pattern is going to be right 80 to 85% of the time, why wait? But right now you'd have to have a stop loss below 215, and you're going to have that stop loss below it by a good 30 or 40 points. So if you have to adjust your lot size, you adjust your lot size. But your stop loss has to absolutely be below the low of the tail, and it needs to be probably 30 or 40 points below that. Okay? So we'll see how this candle forms in 3 minutes. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. The 15-minute, well, we're looking at the hour candle right now, especially on the US 30. We're looking at the hour candle right now. Yeah, it's preference. I get it, but I guess I don't like to buy. To me, buying at 35, that would be buying a top. I like to buy as low as possible and sell as high as possible. And I understand breakout trading, and I understand it, but I would prefer not to buy tops. That's just me. I just prefer to do it this way. But it's preference, like you said. I don't really care how people do it. I could give two shits how people do it. That's the way they want to do it. That's the way we want to do it. That's up to them. Okay, but again, no system is going to win 100% of the time. If we take this trade, which we're going to probably take, and we lose, that's okay, right? Losses are a part of the game, folks. You will never be able to avoid losses. Anyone, again, like we always say, anyone who tells you that their system doesn't lose is a moron. And they're lying to you. They are lying to you if they say that their system never loses. Every system has losses, okay? Losses are a part of trading. They will always be a part of trading. There is no getting around losses, okay? There's nothing you can do. See, now the candle is looking a little bit weird. There's nothing you can do. Losses are a part of the game, okay? This has a little bit of a wick at the top, but not too much. This is kind of a funky ass candle, and it's coming right up at that 33,407. We're gonna take it though. We're gonna take it. Okay, so we're gonna get into this trade. It's about to close. The 1 hour candle is about to close, and we're gonna get into this trade. We're in the trade. I'm in a sell 2 on this, and that sell is not working out terribly well. That was before the stream, so that doesn't count as official trade of the stream. So we're in a buy, and our stop loss has to be below 215. So I'm going to go 33,160 on the stop. Daniel's saying, yeah, people would have been buying the big blue candle with the wick, and who knows. So my stop is gonna be 33,160. Oh, that's why I'm like, why didn't it show my stop loss out? Because I typed in 22. I don't want it to go. I don't want my stop loss to be that. 33,160. Okay, so there's the stop loss. It's below all of that stuff. We'll see what happens. Maybe we lose on it. Maybe we don't. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna be done for the day. I didn't want to do a huge stream today. The GJ we're down on the GJ, obviously, but we're not out of that yet, and we'll see what happens. But my Instagram, for those who don't follow me on Instagram, I'll just do that really quick. Ironman Futures Trading on Instagram. I always say that I have that hater guy. Ironman Futures Trading is a scam. I love that guy to death. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, because I go to Hawaii on Monday, and I won't be doing the stream from YouTube. I will be doing the stream on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, so that when I'm in Hawaii next week, we'll do this same thing, but it's going to be on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, Ironman Futures Trading on Instagram, come follow me there. And we'll still do it. It'll be a different time for me, obviously. But if you don't follow me on Instagram, Ironman Futures Trading on Instagram, I'll be doing the streams from Hawaii, and we will talk to you guys next week. No, well, usually, Peter, it's going to be at 12 Eastern time. If I do a stream, it's going to be 12 Eastern time, and then it will be 10 a.m. Eastern time. So usually it'll be 12 a.m. Eastern time and 10 a.m. Eastern time, right? So yeah, usually I'm going to do a New York session, and I'm going to do a pre-London session. Just switch on notifications, guys. Yeah, if you subscribe to Ironman Trading here on YouTube, just switch on notifications. You'll be notified every time. All right, guys, we'll see.